Well, he had colon cancer several years ago, and with the medications and different things that he had to go through, it affected his liver. He was on the transplant list for like maybe almost a year, and then my daughter stepped up to the plate. It's me.
Well, I found out that the program was available through his wife. She said it's, kind of a new program, but they're going to be starting to implement this. And I said, well, okay, get me the paperwork. So I filled out the paperwork, and I believe that was somewhere between November and December of 2007.
Okay.
And they started testing in the beginning of 2008. And through the tests, that's how I found out I could do it. Although I already knew. In my heart, I already knew that this was going to happen. It was going to take place.
Yeah, she called me at work. It was tough.
Yeah.
You told me you're a match.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did do it because I had to pull over because I was crying.
Yeah.
They said, are you going to call him? I said, yeah, I'll call him.
Okay.
And they said I was a match, and now all we needed to do was go ahead and set up a date because they had to coordinate so many doctors. The teams had to be coordinated with already an existing schedule.
Those doctors had to test me and test her. They had to make sure her liver was the right size for a match for me.
But we didn't know that it was the first one ever done at the Hershey Medical Center until they were in surgery.
Oh, really? You didn't know that beforehand?
Well, they were all almost done.
Yeah. We were talking to the coordinators, and I said, do you do a lot of transplants? And she said, well, yeah. I said, a lot of liver transplants? She says, yeah. And I said, well, live liver transplants? She said, no. I said, oh, my God.
Yeah.
We just didn't tell our mom that
Yes.
we were the first ones at Hershey Med to get done. So
Yes, that's true. We wouldn't tell them. That was our pact, that we wouldn't tell them that.
we didn't want them worrying.
Well, think about it. You had 2 children of your own in a hospital bed, and they're opening them up for probably the most significant surgery you'll ever experience.
It required a lot of preparation. We had spent several months preparing because this was the first live donor liver transplant being formed at the Penn State Milton S. Hershey Medical Center. You require a lot of coordination, teamwork. We had a transplant team in the operating room. We had to be able to run 2 operating rooms simultaneously at one point. And we also required preparation in the intensive care unit with separate nurses for the donor and the recipient, and same thing on the floor. So it required a lot of organization.
You got to keep in mind, he went from being sick, and overnight he became healthy. Okay? I went from being healthy, overnight becoming sick, because, they harvested 60% of my liver.
Their livers regenerate immediately after donation, and in fact, within about 2 weeks, they reach about 75% of the previous volume, and by about 4 to 6 weeks, they reach about 90% of their volume.
They grew up together. They had the measles together, mumps together. Everything they did, it was together.
This made them a lot closer.
Yeah.
He appreciates what you did for him.
A lot closer.
Yeah. He listens to me better now.
Yeah,